Hi, welcome to Bookie. Today we will unlock the book Do You Talk Funny? 7 Comedy Habits to Become a Better, and Funnier, Public Speaker for You. Many people are scared of public speaking. A rapid heartbeat, sweaty palms and nervousness are some of the most common signs of someone who is afraid of speaking in public. Sometimes, speakers who are nervous can even forget their speech. For some, the mere task of doing a presentation at work in front of their bosses will cause them to stammer and forget their prepared notes. This brings so much distress to those who are going through it, but these individuals should take solace in the fact that fear is natural. It's felt by everyone. The author of this book, David Nihill, was also terrified of public speaking. When he was in college, he once gave a presentation in a human resource management class. In order to be less nervous, he drank 4 bottles of beer before the speech. The alcohol didn't help. He jibber-jabbered in his opening speech and said, "My name is Mustafa, and I am an exchange student from southern Yemen." In fact, Nihill was neither an exchange student nor from Yemen, and he did not understand why he said that. Because of this terrible speech, human resource management was the only subject he did not receive first-class honors. He only got a second-class honors degree when he graduated, missing the highest mark of the top university in Ireland. Later, Nihill successfully transformed into a stand-up comedian through diligent practice and 1-year consecutive stand-up comedy performances at California's leading clubs. He won the 43rd Annual San Francisco International Comedy Competition, the runner-up of the Moth's largest U.S. Grand Slam storytelling competition, and was featured in Forbes magazine. He also founded Funny Biz, a community and conference series, to help content creators tap into the potential of storytelling, comedy, and improvisation. Nihill tells us through his practices that everyone can speak calmly and humorously in public with proper practice. Stand-up comedy is of great help in improving public speaking. To help more people improve their public speaking skills, Nihill summarized several methods of stand-up comedy performance and wrote the book Do You Talk Funny? This book is regarded as an easy-to-start humor class for people with zero foundation. It teaches you how to conceive, create and perform jokes and how to apply these jokes in a public speech. Whether it is a business speech, daily public talk, or thesis defense, the techniques taught in this book can be of great help to novice speakers. Next, we will introduce this book to you in 3 parts. Part 1, How to Tell a Good Story. Part 2, How to Add Humor. Part 3, How to Deliver a Brilliant Stage Performance. Part 1, How to Tell a Good Story. Be it a business or an everyday public speech, we are selling our content and opinions. Our goal is to impress the audience. However, if we only focus on facts and being logical, we will come over as boring and stale. The human brain doesn't enjoy that kind of a speech. You will end up losing your audience. Scientists have proved that the human brain learns through stories and visual cues. In other words, our brains are inherently used to recognizing, memorizing, and digesting information through stories. Therefore, the best way to deliver a public speech is to entertain your audience by using a story to express your points. But, how do you come up with a good story? Nihill said that if we want to make the story more attractive, we need to include some basic elements. First, determine the protagonist of the story, and describe the difficulties the protagonist faces. For example, what kind of goal the protagonist wants to achieve, what are the obstacles, and add a particular emotion that can break through the obstacles, such as love, ambition, enthusiasm, etc. Then, create conflicts or turning points for the story, like difficulties or challenges faced by the protagonist, and tell how they work towards the goal. Finally, the ending part of the story should refer back to the opening lines. Let's take an example. Airbnb's current valuation is about $1 billion, but no one could imagine that in the early days of their business, when the company's founders Joe Gebbia and Brian Chesky were struggling to pay rent.